players and have had a third player that's not with the team anymore. It's been a challenging year, but there's no time like the present to try to go out and change the narrative a little bit.
And certainly that, as down in the center circle for Ohio State, the Buckeyes starting off tying this one, tying their season. They're 3-3 on the season. Started out 3-0, beating Air Force, Cleveland State, and North Carolina, then dropping their next three.
Press and into the ride and made it difficult on the Titans pick it up. It was a good opportunistic goal.
Ohio State gets on the board and they strike first. That's Ed Sheen's 15th goal of the season. He leads the team in goals and 18 points as well, as the Buckeyes strike first here from the Buckeye Lacrosse team, assisted by Jack Myers, who has his 12th assist on the year, is up to 20 points, as Drew Blanchard has won it for the Buckeyes. 28 ground balls. He's 70 for 117. That's third in the Big Ten. So a guy that they certainly can rely on in the center circle.
Titans get back one closer, 2-1.
That's Grolman's third of the season. And Skylar Walland has allowed his 68th goal of the year. 67 saves to go with that. That's falling on the backside. And the Buckeyes regain possession. Scott White using his speed through the center. Is there left to challenge him. He just had a free shot at the likes of Jacob Hemme, who was not able to save that. And Ohio State up 3-1 here early on. And Brendan, what have you made for Ohio State, the way they've come out? It seems like they're
just a transition. You can't really get anybody set. This was, in my opinion, more of a breakdown. Detroit Mercy's got to be careful here. This doesn't get too out of control too quickly.
Ohio State
continue to perform really well at the X.
Ohio State itching for a win. Like I said earlier, hasn't won since February the 19th against North Carolina.
He's probably going to get the toughest bit of defense from every opposition. And when you're playing teams the caliber of what Ohio State has seen, hopefully Jack isn't getting down on himself a little bit, because maybe they capitalize there. 7-1 Bucks, 22 seconds left, opening quarter.
As Myers hitting his first goal today and 3 assists on 2 shots. As a senior out of Washington, D.C., went to Gonzaga High School, as firing down the lane and going just wide.
Receiving care then here at the Ohio State University if you're suffering from cancer. And I think in some way, shape, or form we've all been touched by cancer in our lives, whether it's somebody that we know and love or even personally in your own life. It's around to 60 degrees, so makes it easy to play on.
And certainly Ohio State has found it easy to play on today. Up 8-1 as Matt Caputo gets his second goal today and his 4th of the season, as the Buckeyes have been running over the Titans today. It was 2-0. Ohio State was up. Detroit Mercy found a goal with Nolan Grolman on a great turnaround goal. But since then, the Buckeyes' 15th assist of the season, and the Buckeyes have been pouring it on, like you said.
Well, I don't blame the Titans for trying to maybe see if they...
And 4 assists. As the only goal came from Nolan Grolman for the Titans, as it was 2-1 ball game at one point, but 8 straight unanswered for Ohio State, and taken away as Jack Myers, and Ohio State moving on offense once again. Right back to Myers, who picks it up on the ground ball.
Ohio State right now is absolutely destroying Detroit.
Take about at that time, and he gets a hat trick today. Him and Caputo both have 3 goals apiece.
Goals and lead 12-1.
There's unbelievable shot percentage from Ohio State, as the Buckeyes record a .299 shot percentage on the year, and today they have certainly been on target. As here they go once in there on the referees to decide whether it was a foul or if the goal will stand, and it does. Has picked up on the far side is David Beacom. And it has been a long first.
Only scoring, but doing it with a little flash, a little pizzazz here in the second quarter.
As Sheen's 19th of the season is finished home. And Mitchell Pelkey gets his first assist of the season. As a ground ball is picked up here, and here comes the Buckeyes, threatening once again on offense.
I would also imagine that it's probably hard for someone like Wallen in a game like this to just stay so locked in, because you certainly don't have the same volume of shots. You don't feel like you're quite as much a part of the action. Certainly a little different than what we've seen the last few games.
Certainly different, as the Titans can regain possession with under a minute here in the first half from Columbus, as it's been all Ohio State.
And at the beginning of the game, I half wondered if that might be more beneficial for them. Frankly, it almost looks like it was a bit more rusty. Ohio State has played some really tough competition. They've lost 3 in a row, but you wouldn't know it by the way they're playing here this evening, as Detroit Mercy takes the opening face-off here in the second half.
Yeah, looking for Detroit Mercy more offense from them. Only 8 shots and 3 of those.
At Lacrosse Stadium, it has started with a bang, but Ohio State right now a little flat in the start of the third quarter. That'll make a blooper reel. Meanwhile, the Buckeyes are turning to James Hogan, the senior from Ridgewood, New Jersey, at the face-off X here. Hogan working, trying to get Ohio State the possession back. Logan Flaherty was all over him. The referee gives the Buckeyes the ball. Ohio State trying to get things moving quickly. Blake Island back into the midfield. Luke Majic, second goal of the season. Aiden Bishop picks up the assist. We are back at full strength here. Ohio State totally dominated the face-off X in the first half, but that has been a little bit more of an even performance since the break, as the two referees are trying to discuss who should have possession when that ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Buckeye ball.
Yeah, well, it was Ohio State 30.
That's his second goal of the night. 5 for Sheen, 3 for Caputo. McGee with 2, Myers with 1, 2 for Borda, 1 apiece for Smith and Connor Camille. Rack up 15 Ohio State tallies. Buckeyes are trying to be better here in the second half at the X, and that hold will send it the other way. That's kind of been a staple of a Nick Myers team. The last several.
Al Borda with his second assist. But yeah, the senior midfielder out of Baltimore gets the 16th goal for Ohio State, and they're up 11.
Borda came in the transfer portal, just 1 year left. Been a little hot and cold this year. Had 2 goals in the fourth quarter against opportunities, and now a chance to play some depth here in this final quarter.
Yeah, the Bucks have outshot Detroit Mercy. Kesnick's 3rd goal of the day and 5th of the season, and it comes in the fourth quarter.
Well, there's only 72 schools that play Division I men's lacrosse, and coming into the game, Detroit Mercy was ranked dead last offensively in averaging 6 goals per game. So they really needed to. Now, Ohio State gives up another face-off to the Titans, but Detroit Mercy promptly drops the ball, and Ohio State takes it right back. Get the impression that when Drew Blanchard is not at the X, the Buck give him the chance to make a good pass. And then Tate Jones sees his name up in lights. 18-6 Ohio State, more than halfway through the fourth quarter. Faceoff goes to the Titans. From the ball coach. Nice job out there, guys. That was his message when he comes back over. 19-6 Buckeyes. Ohio State playing it all the way to the end. A little pressure there on the defensive end. And then now the